And welcome to the Freelance Teacher YouTube channel. I'm Doug Marola, and today I'd like to tell you how I I actually think I woke a student up, maybe two. And it's a short but reasonably interesting story because it was completely unintentional. I have to fill out a form for the daycare that we run on the side. And what I had up on the smartboard, because my computer at work is connected to the smartboard, was a form that I had to fill out for a vendor account. So there are two forms actually. One is about 18 pages and one is 19 pages, and they're PDF'd. And I had them up on the smartboard, the image of these forms, and they look kind of like surveys. And I had a student in seventh period, a young woman in class, ask if that was a survey I had to fill out for high school, for me as a high school teacher. And I said, no, I don't. We don't really get stuff like this here at the high school. This is a form that I need to fill out for creating a vendor account so that our daycare has a vendor account on file with the city. And she was shocked by that. You know, it's 21. I think the one I had up was 21 pages. I showed her the other one. It was 18 pages of just bureaucratic nonsense, gobbledygooks, just babble, all right, questions, and have you done this, and have you defaulted on this, and I mean, just time wasting fodder that the government makes you do, well, for nonsensical reasons, just for reasons for, creating government work that people can do and justify their jobs and, get paid taxpayer money like I do, yay. And go with that. So she made me show her both documents. Like, she was shocked. I said, hold on a minute. This is nothing. This is a vendor account, and I've been around the block. I'm quick at this kind of stuff. I'm good with the paperwork. I have to fill this out to create the account and then send it email and paper copy, get it notarized, whatever. Like, I'm not even thinking about it. So I said, you want to see something? Take a look at this. And I showed her a copy of Article 47 in the New York City Health Code. And if you type Article 47 NYC into Google, the PDF of the 45-page regulatory document that governs daycares and preschools comes up. And I said, you want to see something? Go through this, and this is what you need to do to open up a daycare in New York City. And I scrolled through the entire thing. And by now, her friend was also looking at the screen, and they were just shocked. I said, if you have 4 or more young children in your care, you are classified as a child care provider, and you have to, by law, follow everything on this paper. And they couldn't believe it. They were surprised by that. They're like, wait a minute, that's a lot. You read all that? I said, I had to read all that because if the health department comes by and there's something out of place or there's something that we are breaking the law or the code on, at best we get fined, at worst we get closed. And I said, and to put a fine point on it, I said, we spent about $60,000 and 18 months to open up our small single storefront daycare. And they were surprised. And two final things that I'd like to leave you with that I found, again, very interesting. One is I explained to them, the difficulty of it, and they understood. I said, you two could be very good child care providers. You could be great at babysitting now as a young person. You could be really good at taking care of young people and have great ideas and really know what you're doing as a worker. But if you want to actually run the business, here's what you have to do. And they were not happy. And here's what they didn't say. They're like, well, you got to keep kids safe, and I'm sure it's for the best. And, I'm sure the government knows what it's doing. I'm sure these people at the health department just worry incessantly about keeping children safe. And gosh darn it, if those weren't there, there'd be just illegal daycares everywhere and kids would be dying in the streets. You need that so that things go well. They weren't like that at all. They instantly understood that the fix was in. Now they had the wrong fix, right? They were thinking that, well, they do that to keep things the way they are, and to keep certain people out. And I said, you're kind of right. I said, you're sort of right. It's a barrier to entry that organized power has in place. It's called regulatory capture, to keep young, nimble, small, way more competitive, price competitive young firms out. That's what it is. It's not very conspiratorial in the sense, other than these are, people who have large campaign contributions to politicians would use to put in regulations to block small people. I said, so you're kind of right. And they understood it right away. These 15-year-old girls were instantly like, that's not okay. They were not, they realized that the barrier to entry is so onerous that they were being frozen out. And I said, and the second thing, I'll leave you with this, and they understood it as well. I said, you learn a lot about, you're going to talk about at the university level, particularly people talking about races and privileges of certain people, and all of these people over there are bad, and this color people are good, and these color people are terrible, and history has done this over time. And I said, for the most part, they're not the people that are blocking you. For the most part, those people that you're told, particularly on the university campus, right, they're holding you back, they have all the advantages, those aren't the people that are going to be blocking you. I said, you look at what you have there. That's blocking you to entrepreneurship. That's blocking you to opening a business. And they got it. They understood it. Now, I don't know if it'll last. People get to the university campus after being in my class and a few of my colleagues' classes, and they get turned. They don't see it anymore. I don't know why. I guess the university atmosphere is so pervasive that they don't maintain their intellectual integrity. But these two young women understood it. 15 years old, they got it right away. They didn't have any problem seeing what was right in front of their face. They saw exactly what it was, and they didn't have any clouds or fog blocking it. And that was nice. I hope that holds. I hope their independent thought maintains itself, and they can see regulatory capture in the horrific regulatory New York City government environment that blocks young people like them from opening up any kind of small business. So it's kind of a positive thing. Hopefully things change, and hopefully you can see it too. We talk about this a lot here at the Freelance Teacher. Hopefully we'll talk about more. Talk to you soon. Hope things are going well with you. Have a good day.